Hi, welcome back, it's Susan. I'm going to use the wooden post die set today, just for a little project for myself. The main post of it measures 5¼ inches, and then the signs measure approximately 3 inches. And that's from craftaddictionuk.com. The die set's £5 with free P&P for UK purchases, and if you use that coupon code Susan5, you do get 5% off using my code. So I've just cut a bunch of these out and I want to put some colour down, and I have doubled them up, so I want them to be a bit sturdy. So I'm just putting some crumb cake colour on first. I'm not being careful, I'm just roughly putting that base coat down. So I'm going to get on, do them all, and I'll get back to you. So I'm going to pick up the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide because I just love this combination of the crumb cake with that Vintage Photo. When it dries, it's just such a beautiful natural wood colour. So I'm going to do the same with these and get back to you. There we go. So they're all done. So on my magnetic mat, I'm lining these posts up just so that I can see the placement. I'm not fixing them together. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the post and those signs level, and just having a look in how many I'm going to need. I did cut 6 each side out, but I think I'm just going to use the 5 and have a nice gap between. But I do want these gaps to match up as best I can with the opposite side. So getting my wet glue, I'm going to start and just put those signs onto the post. So as you can see, I've lined the 2 post signs on that grid, and I'm butting up the 2 ends of the signs together, just so that I know that they're going to be equally spaced. Just to make it easy for myself. So going on to that opposite side, making sure that it's lined up with the one on the other side. And I've just decided that I'm making this for my craft room. I'm going to place it on my shelf, and that's why I'm making it for me. And I've cut this die out. This is what I'm going to do my image on. I just want to ground it. Got the grey out, but when I've picked my brush up, I thought I'm just going to try what ink I've got on my brush first. And that is enough. I just want a little grounding on there. I'm popping that away. Off camera, I did make up some elements just out of scraps that I'd got in my scrap pockets. And the die set I've used to do these elements are from My Favourite Things, and it's called At My Desk Dynamics. And as you can see, I've made the desk up, and you do get some elements with it, a chair. I'll say a computer screen, because if you wanted, you could make it a television. And there's some lights, a printer, all little elements, but they do take time to make up. So I've already prepped these, because it'd be a long video if I hadn't. And I've also chosen out of my stash this lovely little banner die, and just done it in the different colours. So I'm going to prep this die cut. I'm just deciding different things as I'm going along. So picking out the low tack tape, and because this die has got a stitched up border around the edge, I'm just lining that low tack tape up with the stitched, just so that I can get it where I want it to be. So I keep a white border around it. So with peeled paint in the oxide, I'm not going all over, just leaving that highlight in the centre and just going down to where I put the grey for the grounding. Taking that low tack tape off. And I think it just blends all that together beautifully. That's my chair I've made up. And I've done a lamp. So popping glue on that. And I have stuck a little piece of white at the back of this banner, because it has stars that comes out of the centre, and I want to add some back in. So I'm going to place these down. And start to build the scene up. So using that precision glue press. Trying to get that lined up. I want a equal spacing at the sides. And popping that down. Now I did originally, that little black rectangle is the insert for the monitor cum television, but I decided I didn't want to use it. I thought of something else to do with that. I'm going to pop that chair on. So as you can see, for these elements, I've used mainly black cardstock and silver mirror. The desk, I'd just got this wooden scrap piece of card. So I thought, oh, that's ideal, I'll use that. And I thought the colour matched quite well in with the signpost colours, what I've used. Popping the lamp down. And I did misjudge a little bit on that desk placement, because now my lamp is a little bit high and touching one of those swags. So I can just tweak it a little bit, just bend it, and it'll sit just underneath. Now, I went to my computer and I put this little logo for Craft Addiction UK. And I thought that was so cute. And I also cut out my name and did them small so that they would fit inside the stars for the banner. And so I'm just cutting these up. Then I will put them through with that die to the appropriate matched one and stick it in. So I've done those. I'm going to place them in. But I do know that the U and the N didn't come out good. They went a bit wobbly in the die cutting machine. So I've already put some new ones in, and I think that looks so nice. I'm really happy with that. Now I've cut out, with this octagon, it's my largest octagon die, I've cut 2. And this is what I'm going to have as my base card. And I'm lining these signposts up at that angle. And I know that it'll be equal and be easier for me to pop it down on the card. So doing it at the top and the bottom, and doing it the same on the opposite side. I know that that's going to fit perfectly. Now, to join my octagons together, that top piece is around 2 3/4 inches. So I've done it 1 inch wide and scored it at 1/2 inch. I'm going to burnish it, put some tape on, and that's my hinge to get the top and the front and the back together. So putting some double-sided tape on. It's a nice clean way, a hidden way of making your own cards. Doing that on both sides. I'm just taking the whole piece of tape off on this one. Just lining it up. Getting the back. popping it down onto the desk, lining those 2 pieces of card up. And how easy was that? Clean and simple. But of course, I'm going to do my stability base. But I'm going to put this down first. I've got some double-sided foam tape. I'm going to put that all the way round. Just making sure that I do like it. And it just goes to show, just adapt what you've got. If you've already got this wooden post set, just have a play. Honestly, you can do anything with things. Lining those up, getting those corners where I want them to be, and taking the tape off. So with the stability base, still doing the same width of that bottom, and then always 4 inches. Then you score at 1/2, 2 and 3.5. So I'll show you on the scoreboard. So it's 4 inches at 1/2, 2 and 3.5. And fold and burnish those. And I'm going to put tape just on those little tabs. Putting the tape at the folded score line. So just taking those edges up and making sure you've sort of made a U shape in the centre towards the middle. So with the front, just line that up. When you've got your sides correct, give it a press and take the tape out. On the opposite side, just do the same. Take your tape out. So if you were sending a card, that's where you'd put your message on the back. It's not going to splay on the mantle. It's going to stay where you've put it. But like I say, this one's for me. And I'm going to display that in my craft room. So I hope you've liked it. Like and subscribe. Have a look on Steve's website. And don't forget that 5% off coupon code, Susan5. I'll see you again soon.